Good morning. Good morning, Erica. That's right, Erica. It would be wonderful if everybody could meet in one place. That's right. So why is there what appears to be a chromosome floating in the air on the FAA? I know I had seen the pattern before. Good morning, Daz. Good morning, Apple Brooks. I have seen it before. Yeah, let me put on my other glasses. I won't be turning the phone around this morning. I can't find my other glasses. But I saw a comment on here because I went through the comments. Not all of them. In the morning I try to get some of the comments. Oh, no, these don't help me. I just put on my regular glasses. All right. Okay, I can do it. So a chromosome, it does look like a chromosome. It looks like a thick chromosome too at that. Good morning, everyone. If you're just tuning in, because this is the strangest thing. Let's see if I can find the comment that got us to this point. If I can get to it. I've got it right here. All right, we've got the comment by Yolandi Hardy. So thank you. It reminds me of a chromosome. Go look it up. Look up this information, the staining method, human radiation, and a manual for detecting stable chromosome aberrations by the conventional GSMA staining method. Here's the link. So I'm happy. Okay, I looked over there. I looked at it. Thank you, Yolandi, because now you've sent Gina Honey on a wild goose chase. Not just me, but we're going somewhere with this. We are going somewhere with this. It does. It kind of looks like a chromosome. So let's look at this right here. We're talking about what appears to be a chromosome, but I did some further looking, you all. I did. So let's look at this. So I looked up, what she was talking about, the staining method and stuff. You can see some pictures of them. You can. The manual. I mean, I don't even know about that. I didn't know they had an institute like that. I didn't. But, oh, what is that? Is that a circle? A red circle? I don't know, but okay. So we went over here to look at pictures. I went over here to look at the pictures of all the different chromosomes, you all. I did. How they look. So we can see them. We can see there's different types of chromosomes composed of proteins and stuff like that in biology, because it looks like there is a massive chromosome in the sky. Now, albeit it's not the exact shape, but these chromosomes, I guess, as they floating around in the air on the FAA. Really, think about it. Floating around on the air in the air on the FAA camera, it just appears out of nowhere. That came from this video right here. This is some type of a life form on the FAA camera. You can see that it was 2 days ago. Good morning, everyone. If you're just tuning in, this is strange. It is strange. So you can see some other pictures of it. It really does look like it. It does. It looks like it. And it's okay. I just kept looking down here and looking down here at these chromosomes. I did. Floating around. They might as well be a life form. Everything else is a life form. Look at that. Life form right there. Oh, no. What? What are you trying to say here? I've already got one opened up. I do. In order for you, we got to get this one open up. Let's look at it. Oh. What? Synthetic biology. Gina, honey, you don't want to go into that. No, I really don't, but you can go into that synthetic biology. Let me look at this. Where are we at right there? Google's trying to open it. It's, oh, science, not ideology. To reach its potential, building new chromosomes from scratch must be a commonplace. Okay, well, that's 2019. That doesn't look like the chromosome that is floating in the sky. Right now, it doesn't. Biology, engineering, biology, chromosomes. I like that. I like the visual. I really do. So it's a really good visual. Oh, chemical synthesis, oligo, few hundred pairs base long. Genomes are the key. Synthetic biology. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it really short. I didn't know they had anything like that, but it's okay. Let's go back to the different colorful pictures of the chromosomes. Why are you looking at chromosomes, Gina? Because of a comment that was on here by Yolandi. And she mentioned a chromosome because I thought this looks familiar. And then I looked it up, and it does. All we'd have to do is make this fatter right there. Just make it thicker, a thicker one. That's all we'd have to do, make this a little bit thicker. But we're looking at, yeah, okay, that's okay. So we ended up on synthetic biology. The advantages of building a chromosome align with both goals of synthetic biology and the role of many DNA elements is unknown. Recombining, adding, or deleting DNA sequences, we can understand if a genetic part is essential and what it does. Rewriting the genome from scratch. Oh, we can obtain a cell with specific properties and only them. Such cells are valuable tools applied to fundamental research. Okay, so then I found this out. Metaphase. Metaphase. What is metaphase? Metaphase. It reminds me of the metaverse. You all, it really does. And I saw the word meta. I'm thinking of the metaverse. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. It is a phase. Let's see this. A metaphase chromosomes are at their most condensed state. Spindle fibers attaching to the area of a centromere called the kinochere, forming pole. Okay, fibers, metaphase, fibers, whatever that means, you all. I have no idea, but it's, it looks kind of thick. It does. Construction of it kind of does look like it. Look at that, you all. It does kind of look like. Look at the structure of it. That does. It looks like the one on the FAA, the structure. Because we were looking at it, y'all. Look, keep this in your mind. Let me see if I pull up the other one. Keep it in your mind. See, look at that. That's what it looks like on the FAA. It looks like that. It was black, and it had a strange structure. It was glowing in the air. It floated. It appeared magically on the FAA webcam. It did. It magically appeared. And now this is like that, because it did. It has this type of composition. It looks like it's made like this, you all. This is a metaphase chromosome. I'm thinking of metaverse. Why do I want to think of metaverse, you all? That wouldn't even make sense. How could you even wrap your mind around a metaphase and a metaverse? No, but the fiberish like stuff, you can see them on here. Are they moving around or wiggling around? They're just their shapes all messed up. They look like some of the wigglies in the clouds. They really do. Oh my gosh, I hope they're not in the clouds, but they could be in the clouds. They really could be. I wouldn't say that they weren't in the clouds. You won't hear me say they're not. But look at that. There's like little things like that. I did read something else. I did. They're talking about that right there. What did you read, Gina? You got to go back to, there was one of the chromosomes. You just tuning in. This was on the FAA webcam. We did a video on it. It showed up. And I thought, why is that showing up, you all? Because look what it looks like. It looks really strange. It showed up during some kind of event. And this is the video that we did it on right there. You can look it up right there. Yeah, it did. It popped up. It's strange, you all. It's so strange. Good morning, Golden Arrow, honey. Love you. It's strange. And I really am thankful for the comment that was put on here. And you can, it's right here, Yolandi Hardy. Thank you, because we like to go on wild goose chases and look at things that don't even make sense. We like to look at things. Why would it look like a chromosome floating in the air? Because you did great. You did great. You really did. So we was looking at the chromosomes, because you've probably seen that shape before. It had something to do with the, I seen the word RNA in it somewhere. I really did. I seen the word RNA in one of these. And I can't remember which one of these it was. I can't, but I saw it. Look, we forgot our biology book. That's what we did. Forgot our biology book. Look at that biology. Well, we like to say mycology. The X chromosome. I'm not into any of that, you all. I'm not an expert in any of it. All I'm doing is we got a homologous chromosome. I can say that word, homologous. It looked like a big word. I like how that rolls off my tongue. Homologous. I like to, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. And the metaphase. There's a metaphase diagram. A metaphase, one chromosome duplicated, whatever that means. Truly, they wouldn't use that. They wouldn't use that in the metaverse. But it's for synthetic. We're talking about synthetic biology. Synthetic biology with that popping up on here. You could look at chromosomes. Where did you see that? We'll go back to it, you all. Okay, now we got it. Okay, we got it. Okay. I didn't know DNA was RNA. I really didn't. DNA, RNA. Just looks like a wiggly stuff. It really does. Oh, one chromosome. Two identical chromosomes. Genetics. Hey, why is that half of it's missing? Why? So, does one side mean... I don't know what it means. I really don't know what it means. I don't. Chromosome cell generation? The human is considered an organism. Thank you, Nirka. The human is an organism. Do you ever think of yourself as an organism? Well, that's not very nice to think of the human race as an organism. But I guess there's some species that might think that we're just an organism. Then a cell. We be learning about biology and um, why did it appear? Looks like a chromosome appeared on the FAA out of nowhere. This is what it boils down to. It appeared on the FAA out of nowhere. So we are the organism. This is the cell. This is the chromosome that gets in the cell. It's inside the cell. The DNA is inside the cell. There's a protein in there. There's a coding of the RNA and a non-coding something. So we know that we're considered an organism that has cells with chromosomes, DNA, RNA, proteins, and non-coding stuff. I learned something new. I don't want them to refer to us as an organism. I really don't. But they could, obviously. The human species is an organism. Oh. So, chromosomal RNA. I'm sure there's people who are specialized in this. You can see it. And like I said, I'm not going to make this long at all, but we've got this chromosome. Get down to here that showed up in the sky on the FAA live webcam. This is a video that we were looking at from the FAA during it's like a wild event. Look how this thing right here literally showed up in this one spot right there in that same video, in one spot more or less, I think. And it does. It looked like a bunch of plasmas, but these things also changed their shape. These right here were circles in that video. They used to be circles, and then they changed their structure. They changed their structure is what happened during some kind of an event. This thing showed up also, looked like the whatever, but it changed these around it too. It's like they mutated. And then we have some wigglies. We have some wigglies, you all, but let me see if I can get to where they really do change their shape. They did. They used to be round circular objects at one point, and then as we went through, they, look, a great big one of these showed up. And then they went back to that. So it's like they mutated. They mutated is what they did. How can that be? Ask yourself, how can it change its structure like that? I've never seen, even if it's a raindrop, I've never seen it change its structure like that. I never did. But we had this that showed up on the FAA webcam. So something is in the air, and it's causing some type of a metamorphosis. It is, and it did. The shape was very familiar to me, and I wouldn't known what it was because I do so many videos without Yolandi Hardy's comment, thank you, about the chromosome, which is true. DNA, RNA, and proteins. And so it does seem like it was floating around in the air. But did you know that there is a synthetic biology reach its potential building new chromosomes from scratch must be a common, it has to be a commonplace. And that is a really good visual right there, you all. You can look at this from a scientific point of view because we got a chromosome looking thing floating around. It's like synthetic fibers floating around in the air that kind of resembles a chromosome. It really does. Resembles a chromosome. And this right here, metaphase, reminds me of the metaverse. It does, like a metaverse. And someone would say, Gina, you don't even know what you're talking about. That has nothing to do with the metaverse. Well, it has the word meta on it. So it has something in common with the word metaverse. They both have meta at the front. A metaphase, a phase, I want to say phrase, but then a verse, but that's like words, 2 words in grammar, metaphase and metaverse. Metaphase, phase, and metaverse. Metaverse. I want to see if there's any. I'm going to see if it's. No. He wants Facebook to become the online metaverse. It's your digital identity in the metaverse, but it has nothing. It's not bringing up the word metaphase. It's not. No metaphase in the metaverse. Metaphase, synthetic biology is synthetic. Let me see. Synthetic biology. I know it sounds silly, Gina, you just grasping at straws. No, I just like to investigate, that's all. Okay, metaphase is synthetic biology. Can a synthetic mitosis, a S phase, the snake of a cell cycle occurs during interphase, oh, there's that phase, before mitosis or meiosis. It's responsible for the synthesis or replication. It's the genetic material of a cell doubled before it enters the mitosis or meiosis, allowing there to be enough to split into the daughter cells. Oh, what phase is a synthetic phase? So if we see a S phase, it's a synthetic phase, whatever any of this means. The metaphase, the world of library science. The DNA catenation maintains structure of a human metaphase. But it would have to be, can we be synthetic and enter the metaphase? Because we had, can synthetic enter metaverse, synthetic biology in metaverse. Bioinformatics and the metaverse. Are we ready for it? Oh, it's a dystopia. Oh, it's a dystopian frontier. Oh, wow. Are we ready for it? We got a dystopia. It's an environment. Remote sharing, collaborative opportunities, benefits, applications, 3D medical data. I don't know anything. Oh, there you are. If you want to go into the metaverse, you can be in the metaverse. Look at that. Really, if you walk into museums and you see the artwork and throughout the years, you'll notice there's been a wide swing in artwork it's not even abstract. It's way out there. It lacks creativity. Oh. Okay. So I'm not going to get into that. We had synthetic biology, disruption of synthetic biology and the metaverse. They predict in 10 years that the synthetic biology will make it possible to program biological systems as we do with computers, including being able to print something. Inception of digital healthcare. When we lived in Nevada, and this was back in the 90s, up in early 90s through the late 90s, they were already digitalizing, trying to digitalize the military's medical records. I remember they had my husband's medical records, and they lost them. And they had to start a new one, but they were already digitalizing the militaries. That was way back in the 90s, trying to digitalize them. Now they're digitalized, you all. They are robots and metaverse and augmented reality, embracing falsity through the metaverse, disbelief. Oh, to be able to suspend their disbelief that synthetic elements are inherently false. You can have opportunities. Are we ready, you all? I'm not going to read anymore. I need to stop it right here. We had this show up on the FAA weather cam, and it does. It looks like a chromosome. And the composition, the structure on the inside of this that just popped out in one frame, it does match the fiber-looking stuff of synthetic. Where was we at, you all? Of synthetic. Where were we at? Of this metaphase thing right here. It matches this right here. The structure, it does. Y'all look at that. How can that be floating in the air? Really? Because it looked like it was floating in the air. It just appeared and it was glowing. It had a glow about it. It had a glow about it. And that's the glow. It had all around it. How could it, how really? Ask yourself, how on earth is it possible to glow like that? And it just pops up. This was at the Townsend FAA webcam. Just like that. Out of nowhere. Now look at this. Zoom it up. See that? Right there. And then like that. Right there. It's the same structure. It's the same structure. And it doesn't make sense. Go watch that video, you all, right here. I would put it down in here, but I'm not on it. You can see it right there. It was a video that was 39 minutes long, and it was late at night. Probably not too late, but it was really interesting. And these right here, see that great big gigantic orb-like being? These diamond-like these things, they changed their, okay, we could say that maybe they changed their cellular structure. Could we say that? On the inside of them, their cellular structure may be changed, which caused them to mutate into this. Because they did. They mutated into that. Is what they did. Okay, you all, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not to talk anymore on it. But I thank you, Jolandi, for your comment, because it led us on a chase. A wild goose chase, chasing things floating in the air, appearing out of nowhere. This cannot be I have no scientific reason why this thing would pop up on the FAA webcam. One time in that shape. It doesn't make sense. Really, it doesn't. But it's okay, you all. We're going to go. Please give this video a thumbs up, you all. This is strange. It really is. It's early in the morning. It's 8:11 in the morning. And, yes. So, with that being said, let's get back to the picture that we put together right there. With that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. And thank you, Apple Brooks, honey. That's right, you all. Hit that notification. But it really is. It's kind of weird. I hope that we don't really have these floating around and we just can't see them. Because really, they could be. They really could be. Love you.